announcements that the meeting is being streamed live on the Central Coast YouTube channel, and if anyone has public comments or questions, they can comment on the live stream, and the questions will be relayed to the board members and answered at the end of the meeting. Pledge of allegiance.
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And roll call.
Aye.
John McCullough,
Here.
Peter Ackerman,
Here.
Rick Booth,
Here.
Craig Dunn,
Don't know. I didn't hear anything.
I didn't hear anything either. Might just be running late.
Okay. All right. Everybody get a chance to review the minutes?
Yes?
Is there any additions, subtractions,
Nope.
edits?
Nope.
All right. Can I get a motion to approve minutes?
I'll move to approve the minutes.
I second it.
All right, it's been moved and seconded to approve the minutes. All in favor?
Aye. Aye.
Motion carried. Citizen participation.
Nothing yet.
All right. Reports.
I don't have any real maintenance stuff to do. I started doing the fleet transfer, the colors for Brush 72. So it's up at out of service and up at Tidewater. It's getting the blacktop like everything else is getting. So other than that, there's really nothing going on. Next month, I was going to do the little fleet software presentation this month, but I'll do it next month so that we can, because of Academy tonight, and get it kind of through things. So other than that, I don't have anything.
All right. Wendy's not here, so we'll just, Union? Okay. All right. Committee reports. So honestly, the only thing we got to report on the committee for the, with Yachats is, as everybody's probably read in the newspaper, there's been a lot going on down there and a change. And at our last committee meeting, which was 2 weeks ago, they basically came back and said that they needed to take a step back. They just have to get some things squared away that they felt needed to take priority before they could jump back in. So the way it is right now is that we are essentially in a holding pattern, waiting for them to come back and, ask us to set up the next meeting.
Okay.
So
Did you get my minutes?
I did.
Okay, good.
And in the financial report, did everybody get a chance to see the updated financial report? I will say that I really like Wendy's new format.
I do too.
Really concise, direct. You can kind of see things, much more conducive format. So, if there's no questions about it,
I move to accept the financial report and approve paying the bills. I second.
all right, it's been moved and seconded to accept the financial report and to pay the bills. All in favor?
Aye. Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Old business? New business, budget calendar.
Everybody should have got a copy of the calendar. There's nothing to do right now, just wanted you to have the calendar, so you know what's coming up over the next few months as we get into the budget process.
Right. So basically, we're gonna be, the 4/16 meeting, we're gonna be doing, preparing the proposed budget, appoint a committee, planning session, appoint a budget officer, and then on the 23rd, first notice of budget meeting, and then on May 7th, the second notice of budget committee meeting. The 21st is the committee meets. The 28th, the Budget Committee meets again if needed, and then on 6/4, it's published notice of the budget hearing, and on the 18th, it's hold the hearing and enact the resolution to adopt the budget, make appropriations, and impose and categorize taxes, and on the 25th, submit the certification document with resolution to the county clerk. So, good to have that.
Very helpful.
All right. Chief's report.
So going through our grants, so the AOP grants, like I said last month, based off what we can get from the FEMA sites, which are back to having problems again, that none of those went through. The funds that are being provided through Congresswoman Foyle's office, we did meet with the USDA yesterday and have started the process for the application and paperwork for all the projects. So they said, based off of their timing, that it could be a 6 to 8 month timeline before we would see the money. Could be longer, it really depends on them. Our job is, at this point, just to get that application submitted with a list of projects and then estimates of what we think they're gonna cost. And then they'll do the rest from there. So we're working on that now.
What's the timeline on expenditures? I mean, how long do we have to,
They didn't give us any deadline for how long we have to spend it. We just
Okay.
have to make sure that we spend all of it.
right,
So
right.
I told her that's not gonna be a
And-
problem.
And the big change, or the big thing that I think came out of that meeting, number one was, I feel everybody, there was 4 of us in the meeting, it was Eric and Chief, myself, and Wendy. We're gonna get a lot of support from this group of people. I mean, they were really trying to make the point that they are there to serve us and to do as much of the heavy lift with all of the crazy paperwork and whatnot. I mean, we're gonna get the application, it's gonna be basically pre-filled out and have us add a few extra things, and then it's essentially a done deal. The other thing is, as we do the projects, we submit our documentation and paperwork, and then they basically write the checks for us to the contractors and so we really don't have, a hands-on need to babysit the money.
Yeah.
Which is kind of a nice thing.
Their procurement rules are a lot higher as far as like when we were doing the Tidewater project, I had to stay under, anything over a certain amount, I had to go out for, they still want us to do the bids, the 3 bids, and so I'll make sure we try to do that. And as long as I keep track of, proving that I did the 3 bids and at least tried, they'll accept that, but we have to at least try that. And then as far as the dollar amount is really high, so it's.
Yeah, we don't have to go out for competitive bid if it's
No.
below $350,000.
Yeah.
Yeah, that ceiling has grown significantly from the time I was doing that kind of bid
Me too.
process.
And
Now, what triggers the BOLI? What triggers BOLI? Where we have, where if it's over a certain amount?
that 350,000.
350K.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
with the
what
federal
triggers it.
government,
And-
Wow.
and
Yeah, I was
because-
surprised when I heard that.
And because it's they're a lot smaller projects, because we're
Uh-huh.
breaking it up, we won't, because like when I was doing I did the OSU, one of the, what do you call them, dorm rooms, I bid out to do all the doorknobs and the mirrors and whatnot on it. But when I was there, even though I wasn't, honestly, in the overall scope, I was a very cheap portion of that, I still had to track every time I left here to go there. I had to
Right.
track my driving time, everything had to be tracked. Anything under 350,000, we won't have to do that, so.
Okay. All
We
right.
don't have to worry about prevailing wage, the contractors won't have to worry about keeping track of every little penny that they,
Right.
approving the general labor versus skilled labor, so on and so forth, so
Yeah, I mean,
it'll be nice.
honestly, the only thing that the one thing they did say to make it a point was, we have to follow the guidelines, which they'll definitely keep us in line on with the, Buy America First Act, that came through. with
Yeah.
the- And that's literally, I mean, pretty much everything, like you said, everything we're gonna be buying is essentially built, built in Oregon, grown in
Yeah.
Oregon.
Yeah,
Yeah, everything's pretty much gonna be from here, other than the hardy plank, and I don't think that's here in Oregon, but it's still US based, so.
right.
So we're starting that process, and, right now, the biggest thing is we're all just working on getting a project list put together. So we're gonna have the priority projects, and then the secondary funding still allows projects, so. Ford Family, the academy ends next week, so we're gonna be closing that grant out here pretty soon. The Leary Foundation grant, we already signed the contract, we're just waiting for the equipment to get here. That's another one where we don't get the money. We sign the contract, they buy the equipment that was identified in the grant, and then they ship the equipment to us.
Nice.
So it's nice, we don't have to do any tracking or anything with money, they just send us the equipment, so that's a good one. The STCCF grant we got for PPE, we're just finishing up some PPE purchases to wrap up our end of the matching, and then that'll be able to close that out. And then the Representative Gomberg sponsored funding, we testified at their session on last Friday, so at this point, we're just waiting for confirmation of funding, and then we'll get started on those projects too.
Cool.
So lots going on with that. We don't have any surplus at this time. Operationally, we're working on our legal training for the year, at the beginning of the year, so we always do our legally mandated training at the beginning of the year. And then now that the academy's closing out, we're gonna have a new training calendar up and running in March. And so it'll get us back on track with training for outside of academy timeframe. And then, as you know, as we get closer to March, April, May, we start pushing a little further into wildland training, getting prepared for wildland season, so that's coming up on the forecast. Budget, I am well underway on the draft presentation. I'm at 27 pages right now, so it's well underway and it still has a bit to go, but hopefully should have a draft ready to go here pretty soon. The academy is doing great. They are all done with their firefighters, they're all done with their wildland and their hazmat, so tonight they have their final evaluations. Next Tuesday, they have their final test, and then next Thursday is their graduation ceremony, so just about done. One more week basically to go after today, so. Hopefully everybody can make it for the graduation and show support for our new recruits. We now have 5 recruits in the academy. The one person who was with Newport has also elected to sign up with us also and be an out-of-district volunteer pulling shifts with us, so we're up to 5 again.
Cool.
So they'll be representing both Newport and Central Coast at graduation. And then, building the facilities, other than working on the projects we already talked about through the grants, that's what we're focused on right now, so. Any questions for me? That's all I got.
Good of the order?
Anything on,
No, I was just looking.
anything, guys?
I just want to say that we are moving along with, we have come far on the negotiations with,
Okay.
and there's a couple of things that Chief's working out from a monetary standpoint, and he's been giving feedback to me. I think he's been giving feedback to Charlie and Cody and whatnot and stuff, so, we should have something to present to the board, hopefully next month.
And we do have all our budget people?
I believe so.
Yeah.
I know that Wendy had to fill 2 spots, but I think she's found people for those spots.
Okay.
So I think we're good. We'll definitely know for sure next month, because I think you have to appoint people.
Yeah,
next month.
yeah,
So,
yeah,
yeah.
okay.
Anything else?
Oh, how about the civil service? Have we gotten any response for,
We've gotten 1 for civil service.
okay.
So, and if we don't get any more the next month, then that'll be appointed also,
Okay,
so.
all right.
And with that, we are adjourned. New record, 14
That
minutes.
was, that was a new record. I have to give you